Welcome back. Another episode of Casey Campbell's videocast right now. Joined now by, of course, I'm Casey Campbell with Great Lakes Post. Now joined by Graham Rahal, the driver of the number 15 United Rentals Honda for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. Hey, Graham.
Hey, man. Thank you.
First off, I see you're rocking the stash there. The Graham Rahal stash. Before I hit record, you were telling me that it's likely going to be gone by the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to last too much longer. Maybe. We'll see. I don't mind it. I think it's brought us some good luck in recent racing times. But I'm not sure that it's my wife's favorite, and I'm not sure that it's anybody else's favorite that's seen it on me. So my PR girl, Kathy's been telling me for weeks that I need to get rid of it. So it might be time to go ahead and do so.
Yeah. Coming into this, a few weeks, we're heading into the Harvest Grand Prix at the Indy Road Course. Of course, it was announced that fans are going to be there for the first time in 2020 at any race at IMS. How exciting is that? And coming off a good result there back in July, how confident are you about going there in a few weeks?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel good. I think our car should be very competitive. Obviously, our goal is to get the United Rentals car in victory lane, and frankly, at that race, it was fifth, third bank, and we almost. I mean, honestly, we should have won it. If it hadn't been for that yellow flag, it was our race by a long ways, and so it's disappointing not to see that through a little bit, but I also do feel like we should be very, very strong, super competitive this time around. And, we've had a good year. The downsides are the races that we've been poor at, and we've been really poor at. And so it's really hurt us when you look at us in the championship, still sixth in points. I mean, gosh, if we just performed halfway to our potential, we'd probably be third in points, maybe even second. So it's kind of a shame, but that's the way racing goes, and we just got to put our head down. We got two races at the Harvest, Friday and Saturday, and so just try to make the most of this.
Overall, how has this season been for you, especially with all the changes regarding with COVID-19? How has this season been for you, just overall performing and then just dealing with all this?
Well, the COVID stuff's been interesting, and luckily it hasn't affected anybody that I'm directly in contact with. We had a couple of guys who got sick, but they were just ordinary illnesses, tested negative. We haven't had any issues or any flare-ups or anything like that, which has been good. Because obviously, we are. It is what it is. We're going racing, and we're close. We're close together. A lot of us close contact at all times, and so. That is what it is. But, I think that that for us to go back, as you mentioned, and at the Harvest here to have fans is pretty cool. It's a nice relief, I think, for them as well as for us to have people back in the stands there in Indianapolis, up to 10,000, I think, at this point. But as far as our performance of the year, I mean, I feel like we performed extremely well. I guess maybe we've left a little on the table, as I said a minute ago. There's certainly been some races I thought we probably should have been a little better than what we ended up being. St. Louis really killed us. Texas, we started sixth or seventh, and we didn't even get to start the race because we had an issue where the car wouldn't start. So we were 3 laps down from the get-go. Stuff like that was a really – that I don't know how else to say it. It sucked. I mean, that killed our year. So, we just got to keep our heads down and try to make the most of the end of this thing.
So I want to also, you also have something that you're going to be very busy with in the off season. You're going to be a dad. How exciting is that? Are you getting ready for that? The next with the whole baby and stuff. How's that?
Oh yeah,
how's that been going?
If you look around our house right now, there's baby stuff all over the place. And, I find myself on the weekends, practicing, putting the car seat in the car in a quick fashion and building a diaper genie and all these things I never thought I'd ever think about. So it's been a little bit weird for me, but at the same time, it's a dream come true for Courtney and I. And We're only like 6 weeks away now, maybe even a little bit less. So you never know what can happen from here on out. Really a baby can be delivered from here on in full 100% fully grown health. It can just be time to come. So we've got that to look forward to, but it'll keep me busy through the off season, no doubt.
We got 3 races, and the Huskies are I'm here. The Huskies.
Yeah, sorry, my boys are sitting over here wrestling, so I do apologize.
It's all right, man. This happens all the time. Hey, a cat jumped through one of my interviews, so
There you go.
Hey, I also got to ask you, Big Ten football is coming back. I know you're a Buckeyes fan. And what do you think about the year so far and all that? What's your expectations of how the Buckeyes are going to do this year?
Well, look, I mean, I know all the people in Columbus well. I know a lot of the coaches, and there's a reason they push so hard to play. They feel very, very, very good about where they stand, and they feel very good about the potential that they have and the talent that they have. There's no doubt they are exceptionally talented. Now, the problem is, as I talked to Brian Hartline about this weekend, is they've missed so much too, though. They sat on the sidelines when they were told they weren't going to play. They were also told, go home. And so a lot of the players, yes, there was some voluntary workouts that they could do, but a lot of these guys haven't seen pads yet, haven't done anything. And obviously they have a little bit of time until October 24th. Point is, though, it is, they are going to have to make up for some of that lost time. And I think they're a little nervous about that, but I'm just thrilled to see, football back on. Obviously, there's a lot of good teams in the Big Ten who deserve a shot. And it was really a shame to be sitting here watching Clemson beat up on Citadel and all this sort of stuff. And yet, we didn't have our teams to watch. And so I'm just kind of glad that now that's kind of come back. As I told a lot of people all along, I'd rather take Big Ten football with no fans in the stands than not have Big Ten football. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And so that's in the end what's going to happen. And that's fine with me.
Yeah, Michigan's the last game of the season still. They're still having that date in Columbus. It's Michigan. Yeah. It's going to be very, 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 very
right before Christmas, man. Right before Christmas. I think December 12th, right? So
it is December 12th. So.
All I know is if they lose that game, it's going to ruin my Christmas. So we're going to need a good one.
It is definitely for sure. Also, getting ready, we're going, and also after Indianapolis, we go to St. Pete. Yep. How excited are you to surprisingly, we haven't raced on a street course yet this year. What's it like going to be going down to St. Pete, where this all started, to go down there and finish the season?
I'm excited about that. I love St. Pete. I really expect our team to perform well at St. Pete too. It's kind of weird because if I think back this year, we haven't competed on a street course, I don't think.
Oh, no.
Which is strange, right? Because normally our season has a lot of them built in. So to not have one, it's going to be our first. I hope that we have fans there. St. Pete's such a tremendous race. It's going to end the season this year. It's going to start it next year. So we'll be right back there in 6 months' time. So I'm excited about that, though. I love that place. I love that city. It's a great sports town. Obviously, you got Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup Finals right now and stuff too. I mean, it's a great place to go. And having gotten my first win there, I haven't won since. I performed well there. I had a couple more podiums, but I'd certainly like to pick up a W down there.
Yeah, of course you won in, I think it was 2017 in Detroit. Of course, you have experience there, and always when a kid from Ohio goes to wins in the state of Michigan, it's always like
it feels great. It's always good.
Yeah, it does. I think I asked you at the press conference. So
no, it was that was great for me. But it also gives us a lot of confidence when we go to street courses that our team can be very competitive. So that's even more important, probably.
Hey, I got to get your thoughts on Nashville. What do you going to Nashville? It's IndyCar's been talking about years and years.
Huge,
and years down there. You guys are going to be racing over a bridge. That's exciting.
Yeah, Nashville is great. I look, it's a young town. It's a town in which people from all over this country right now are kind of flocking to. I love it. I love every bit about it. I love the track. I love the length of the straightaways. I love going over the bridge. It's going to be a great visual, the helicopter and everything else for the race broadcast. I think Nashville, if any race can be a slam dunk, that's the one.
Yeah. And, with the Penske acquisition, how has that been going and how has that changed through that since
Well,
he's taken over
so
the car?
yeah, so far it's been, seamless. But I think things like Nashville are what's going to change with Roger, because he has the power and the ability to fight through and make these things happen. And so I expect that more races like that will come on board too. Hopefully, more manufacturers will come on board. That's the area in which Roger can really help push this thing forward.
Yeah. Exciting to go to Nashville. I want to go down there so bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Graham Rahal, thank you so much for doing this, and
yeah,
good
no worries.
weeks at the Harvest GP, and good luck to you and Courtney on the new baby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Casey.